Welcome to another episode of Dave's Ghetto Garden, sponsored by Jesus. Anyways, okay, so I got cilantro down here because it's kind of shaded, and this is actually cilantro here too, but by the time that's all kind of, harvested, this stuff will be coming up. You gotta stagger that stuff so that you always got fresh. Lots of lettuce, again, staggered, And anybody that knows me knows I'm all about the tomatoes. I got these breeds I've been working on, stabilizing over the past few years. And I usually start loads of them. And, they end up looking like little Charlie Brown Christmas trees with great big huge red decorations hanging on them. More fruit than anything, the way I prune them and everything. A little less tomatoes. We got some, more tomatoes. Big surprise there. What we got here? Some peppers. I have no idea what kind of peppers these are. They were a kind gift from Adam Caldwell, so fellow geek gardeners. Speaking of fellow geek gardeners, and Natasha Bertrand also gave me these kale and chard seeds. Now I'm, for the most part, in little pots. But man, they sure, it's worth doing. You don't take much. And just, the girls, they have smoothies. They put those things in them. This here, which I must say I'm probably most excited about, because, obviously I like the tomatoes. And it was a heck of a rocky start, with too cold, too hot, followed by too cold and too hot. My plants were stunted a bit, so they should be a little bit bigger, but I'll catch up, because I get like nuclear sunshine here on this deck. As you can see, the sun's coming out. It's like that all day. But what I'm really excited about is this. Been putting it off for years, growing tobacco. This was all brought over in a tiny little pot, like not even that size. And they're all jumbled up together, so many of them. And I just separated them, these little tobacco plants, spaced them out, because they can get quite large. And I had no idea what I was dealing with, whether it was like a bush sort of ceremonial tobacco, or like a broadleaf or something like that. Tobacco is very varied, and it's hard to start. So kudos to Adam for starting that, and I gave it the most sunshiny place on my deck, which is this little back corner here. And, that's going to be a war club. Pretty cool, huh? Anyways, so when you're putting stuff up, don't be afraid to, if there's things that you want to plant, and you can't put them out because it's too cold, well, what you do is just sneak a radish crop. Get them in there and out of there before you know it. And, you can really grow quite a bit of radishes. Those are all big, huge radishes, just little flower pots. Isn't that hilarious? But they're tasty as anything. And by the time they harvest and get out of there, you can just put something else in there that requires warmer temperatures, like rosemary or thyme and these sorts of things. More chard. This is so much lettuce and chard and all this kind of stuff. Probably more than I need, to tell you the truth. So, I don't know if anybody wants to trade for some kale and some chard plants. Really delicious. That's about it from this year's edition of Dave's Ghetto Garden.